mentoring is and mentoring isn't. And this is also very important. So, mentoring is reciprocal. I have gotten as much out of mentoring people as I have gotten out of being mentored. It's an extremely, extremely reciprocal relationship. The mentor should gain as much as the mentee. You will give what you get. Over the years, I have loved the notes that I've gotten for people that I've mentored years later. It's really wonderful to keep these relationships, to really see them grow, to see that something you've taught them has really affected them, to see somebody who is so uncomfortable grow, to see somebody that you've known when they're 20, when they call you that they've gotten married and had a baby. I mean, it's a really cool thing. So you might be giving of your time, but you will learn too. So it's really worthwhile, and understand that it is reciprocal. It might feel like you're giving more than you're getting in the beginning, but believe me, like things like Thanksgiving and the holidays, I love those times because you get all of these really awesome cards, so it's really cool. It's built on trust. It's all a matter of trust. I'll talk about that more. It is like a sacred bond. I mean, I always say that when people tell me something, by the time they finish the last sentence, I've already forgotten it. I have coached so many people in the industry, nobody even knows that I'm coaching them. I could all be in the same room. I don't tell anybody anything. When you're mentoring somebody, don't tell people you're mentoring them unless they offer it up. Don't ever, ever, ever expose any information. It is a sacred bond. It's built on trust. They're trusting you. No matter what you do, do not ever break that secret. It's the most important rule of mentoring, trust. Fulfilling. You will both learn. It is win-win. My mentoring relationships are so fulfilling. Again, remember, I gave up my career. I started again at 50. It's nuts, but I have never been more fulfilled and never happier. It's fulfilling. Honest. This is really important. I say that about everything, but I think it's all really important. But, you know, we all want to please, and we all want to do well, and we all want to succeed. It's very tempting in a coaching relationship, in a mentoring relationship, in any relationship, to want to say that we succeeded. So we want to show up, and we want to be able to see, we got the deal, we got this, we did this, we completed our homework, and we might not have. There is no point in being in this relationship if you're not honest. So even if you weren't able to accomplish what you set out to accomplish, even if you got busy or something got in the way, show up anyway and be honest. You need to be able to be vulnerable within these relationships. It's important to be honest. If you can't be honest, then there's no point. So you're gonna have to step out of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to be a little bit vulnerable. It's gonna be a little bit scary, but this is a safe place. That's what the mentoring relationship's all about. And if you can get this down while you're in your mentoring relationship, it's gonna be really good practice for other places. It's gonna be practice for your managers. It's gonna be practice for other places in life. So learn how to be honest. Be honest with yourself, be honest in other places. That's what we're here to mentor. We're here to learn. We learn, we grow. Respectful. It's very important to respect your mentor. It's very important for the mentor to respect the mentee. If you have a meeting, show up on time. And what's my biggest rule of mentoring, and mentors will know this? If I give you a homework assignment, please do it. I give you homework assignments for a reason. I don't grade them. They don't have to be perfect. Again, it's like the honesty thing. I'd rather you do it not all so great and show up anyway. So if somebody gives you an assignment and somebody's gonna give up their time, show up on time and do what you say that you're going to do, follow through. It's really important, and it's really, really, really respectful. So goal-oriented. I'm gonna say this a lot, but what gets measured gets done. I am a card-carrying goal person. I gave you all gold cards. I walk around with them in my pocketbook. What gets measured gets done. I have goals. I have goals upon goals upon goals. I've had them my whole life. I have a goal partner. I speak to her every other week. Write things down. Have goals. Make them measurable. Have goals with your mentor. It's not just a conversation. Make it goal-oriented and get something accomplished through your mentoring. Structured. Even though it's not a structured mentoring program, your mentoring sessions together should have some structure. Set specific times, places, and protocols for meetings. You might not have structure. That doesn't mean that your mentoring session doesn't have to have structure. Start at a specific time, send out an Outlook invitation, decide what the protocol is going to be, have a little mini agenda, and keep some structure around your appointment. Make your own structure, but have some structure. Don't just make it a conversation. Make it valuable. Make it meaningful. Make it count. This is a bond that you could form for life. Make it have some meaning. Outcome-oriented. I am about end games. I am about vision statements. I am about mission statements. Make sure that your mentoring session has an outcome. Why are you here? Why did you choose this mentor? Why do you want to work with this person? What do you want to get out of the relationship? Think about it. You might not know everything going in, but you chose this mentor, you chose them for a reason, they're giving of their time. At the end of the day, what do you hope to accomplish? When I choose mentors or people for my personal board, I sit down with them, I say, I am asking you to be on my board for this specific reason. This is what I hope to accomplish. Will you accept that challenge? Because usually when I ask them, it's a challenge, you know, but I ask them anyway. I have a specific reason. So have a specific goal in mind, have an outcome in mind. That's really good advice as well. Timeless. Always leave the door open. With my mentees, I like to say it, I mate for life. I have had the same group of mentees and mentors. I started out that they were my mentors. They're now my best friends. I've known them for 17 years. I've had people I've mentored. I started when they were in college. I have now met their husbands. I have now met their babies. You know, it's full circle. Sometimes I mentor them. Sometimes they go away. Sometimes I get an hysterical phone call. They come back. They come in. They come out. They're around. Just because you worked on an issue and just because it ended doesn't mean that it's over. They're cyclical. All relationships are cyclical. So end the relationship, leave the door open. That's the cool part when they really evolve, and that's where the meaning of the relationship really comes in, because that's where sometimes it goes from being a mentor-mentee relationship to becoming a friendship, and that's when you really become peer mentors. So that's a really cool thing to keep in mind too. And fun. There is going to be laughter. There is going to be tears. There's going to be hard work, but as far as I'm concerned, everything should be fun. So leave room for some fun. Have some laughs. Maybe go for some coffee, do something, but have fun in it. You gotta laugh at yourself. You cannot get the tough stuff done if you don't have a little fun and laughter. So laugh at yourself, laugh at each other, take it seriously, but don't take it too seriously that there isn't a little bit of laughter involved. So now let's talk about what mentoring isn't. Mentoring is not shooting the breeze. You are not buddies. You may become buddies, but make it a conversation that is constructive. We talked a little bit about that. Now, I like to use visuals. I have people that I have been best friends with that have actually wound up on my team and I've had to be their boss. I've had people that have really gotten into trouble that I've coached. And what I've said to them is that we have to have a boundary or a visual around how I'm going to do that. So I have two visuals that I use with them. If somebody is on my team and I have to be their boss, what I say to them at the end of the day is if I want to have a conversation, okay, I'm going to put my friend hat on now, and I'll actually make the visual. And at that point, I can cease from being their boss, and then I can put on my friend hat. When I am working with people that perhaps I have a friendship with, I'll put my hair up. So people know when my hair's up, I'm serious, I'm working with you. But when my hair goes down, then I can be your friend. So if you're going to be working with somebody and a mentor, when you're shooting the breeze, hair can be down, you can have your friend hat on. But when you're being your mentor and you're being serious, you could do that. So, a complaint session. Walk away with construction active steps. If somebody has something that they're unhappy about and something that they might need to complain about in their session, that is appropriate. for a mentor. But don't make the whole session about that. Vent about what's bothering you, and then talk about constructive action steps about how you can fix the issue. So turn it from a complaint vent session into a constructive session about how you can fix the issue. One-sided. Remember that a mentoring session is a little bit of both. So what you need to do is you need to make it reciprocal. There's going to be feedback. If you feel that the mentee is doing something wrong in the mentor session, you should feel comfortable telling them. But if for some reason that the mentor is doing something wrong in the session, perhaps they're not showing up on time, perhaps they're not following through, you need to be able to feel that you can give them feedback also. So understand that it's reciprocal and understand that it's not a one-sided relationship. So you need to set up that boundary in the beginning that you can be open to both giving each other feedback. That's how you grow and that's how you learn. So it is not a one-sided relationship. It's not to be taken lightly. This can be the formulation of a lifelong relationship, and it could influence careers. So it has to be taken seriously. When you're giving somebody advice, really think about the advice that you're giving them, and really think about the advice that you're taking in. It's an important relationship. Make sure that you're giving them advice that you would take yourself. So don't overstep your boundaries. So there's a little bit of boundary issue in there also, so it shouldn't be taken lightly. And it shouldn't be half-hearted. If you're going to be a mentor and you're going to take the time and you're going to make the commitment, put down the cell phone, turn away from the computer, and show up fully. Even if it's only for a half an hour, make the commitment and do that. It's only a small window of time, and everything will be there when you return. So if you're going to do it, then do it the right way.